Here's Peter Podjacki on location at International Airport Charles de Gaulle, Paris. As you can see, we changed our location a little bit. We moved from Los Angeles to Paris, but this is only our small stop here because our way is going to Hamburg and to Bremen, where's our final location where we're going to shoot actually some parts for you about German society, about Germans, how they live and how everything is over there, especially for Christmas right now. We have this in a German newspaper too, written about impeachment, how the president feels about it. Actually, if this was a cover, his impeachment to cover the Iraq, hitting on Iraq. And then also the same, of course, again in French. As you can see, like he's prospected here, like he's riding on his wife's nose. It's very interesting to see it, how like a caricature they made it, like the French people like to make it everything honorable for them. We are here in the heart of the old city. This is a marketplace about which all those beautiful houses surrounded. In front of us is a city hall built in 1452 in old Renaissance Rococo style. And right over there in front of us is the Gothic style cathedral, evangelistic Protestant. This cathedral especially is already 1,200 years old. There are all the surrounded houses which are surrounding us. They are built in 15th, 16th century. They used to be owned by people. Market people used to live here before, but right now nobody lives in there. Those places are owned by banks and corporations. It used to be in the 16th, 15th century like that the marketplace used to be the heart of the city, and all the small houses which we had made before, the Schnorr, they were surrounding, and this was the city. This was a downtown area, as you can call it right now. It was a 16th century downtown. This is a city mark called Bremen Musicians. It is very important to the city. It is a legend actually that people believed that the animals came here to Bremen making music, and it is a cute sign for the city. Californian people has a bear, we have the Bremen Musicians. To touch it here with both hands, as you can see, all the people touching here is considered to be lucky after that. And if you're going to do that, you're going to be in Bremen very soon, back again, if you're going to do that. I mean, are you doing this? That's why I'm going to stay here for a while. Nothing is going to get me away from here. sitting here with a dear friend of mine, Ronald Koch. He used to work with me in one restaurant here before when I used to be active here in the city a couple of years ago. But now we are sitting here in a very interesting place in Bremen, in this city here in northern Germany, where it is actually Russian restaurant, Russian bar, Russian pub, as you can say. And it is going to be very interesting what my friend got to say about this place. He of course speaks English.
Yeah, for sure I do. Because in my job, being a bartender, it would be impossible to be not able to speak English, because it would be like in former times in the Bible, you know the story, when they were building up this tower at Babel. The same way it is in good bars. The people are coming from all over the world, being black, being red, being white, and speaking different languages, but they all speak English. So me too has to be able to speak this.
But as I say before, like this is this place here, this is like a Russian pub, and this is why it is made it like this. Why it is made this way?
Well,
to be a Russian pub.
The guy who's the owner, who founded it about 15 years ago, he came here from Eastern Germany. We still had the wall, and he came in hidden in a car, and over there he was a priest, and he belongs to a small group, to a small nation. It's called the Serbs. This nation had many connections to Russia, and so he has inside a strong feeling for Russia. And when he came here, he saw at first the people he wanted to reach, they are not in the church, they are in the bars. But the bars and the restaurants, they were Italian, Yugoslavian, Greek, Spanish, anything. There hasn't been any Russian place, and the Russians have a long history of drinking, and see there, that's all different kinds of vodka.
Most of them from Russia.
And there are even more, not only from Russia, they're even from Denmark, Sweden, Poland, for example. Yeah? But that's the reason.
And he also meant to connect this bar with with religion too, because as we can see this cross here, this means he wanted, here on the roof, he wanted to make it a little bit religious with this cross and this.
If you are a priest, you won't lose your religion at all. And so even if you do a bar, there will be anything about religion in it. And this cross, it's a Russian cross.
Russian cross.
So it belongs to Russian history, like the pictures at the walls. And some of them even belong to the history of Germany, of Eastern Germany.
You mean Stalin and Lenin, like over there?
It's also part of Russian history, like this cross.
Right now, my friend, me and Ronald, we're going to introduce you to this wonderful restaurant. It's very different than the restaurants in Evans, as you know from a movie number 1. Bread roll for girls, banana for boys. Ronald, banana.
Who knows?
Banana for boys. And of course, between the restaurants, very interesting, Lenin Sanctuary. Lenin Sanctuary between the restaurants. Let's go to the main restaurant. Ronald, go ahead. Go ahead. Ronald, can you make a light on there? This is like a Mexican, like a little bit like Aztec art.
Yeah,
it looks a little bit like
a little bit Mexican.
Little bit Mexican art, like that, huh? It's interesting. But now you should see this beautiful Maria, this wonderful Maria here in front of you, always reminding you about this thing about God and Maria and religion. Always. Now, Ronald? It's true.